Hi, today we have a special treat for you. We're going to be going to Napa, California, and we've got a twofer going here today. First, we're going to stop at Tre Vigne a restaurant. It's a fantastic Italian pizzeria, and they've got tons of great food. You're going to really have a great time there. You're going to get really hungry after this one is over, because then we go to one of the hottest boutique wineries in Napa, William Harrison Vineyard. You're going to have a great time there. Colorful story there, and the wines are terrific. So sit back, relax. This is a good one. You're going to have fun.
Our first stop was Tre Vigne Pizzeria, a casual spot for northern Italian cuisine with a quaint old world feel and a beautiful tree-covered courtyard. They specialize in thin crust, sourdough pizzas, as well as an array of salads, small plates, sandwiches, pasta, seasonal cocktails, and of course, wine. I loved the garlic and rosemary fries, the incredible calamari. Most impressive was the pasta, a good as Nonna used to make, red sauce pasta, as good as I've ever had in a restaurant. Highest compliment I could pay it. And yes, my pizza was amazing. I had the Ducati with Coca-Cola, spicy Italian sausage, mozzarella, marinara, mushrooms, sun-dried tomatoes, abbondanza. Absolutely spectacular. I think the biggest reason I love this place is they had their own bocce court. How can you not like that? From there, we wandered into the heart of wine country to find William Harrison Vineyards, a small but well-loved boutique winery. William Harrison is owned by Bill Harrison. His family goes a long way back in the California winemaking business. Bill Harrison's maternal ancestors have been making fine wine in Italy since the early 16th century. His grandfather, Antonio Parelli Minetti, immigrated to California in 1902 and was one of the first winemakers in the state to hold a degree in viticulture and enology. Bill Harrison grew up at his grandfather's winery in the San Joaquin Valley. After graduating with a bachelor's degree in marketing from Santa Clara University, he earned an MBA at UC Berkeley, then served for 2 years as an Army officer in the 1st Infantry Division. After the Army, Bill began working for his Uncle Mario at the California Winery Association and got deeper into the winemaking business. In 1976, Bill started a lucrative mobile bottling company, which gave him the resources to build his own winery. In 1993, Bill produced the first wine under his own label, William Harrison Vineyard and Winery, and for the last 25 years has crafted classic wines that would make his forefathers proud. We then posed outside with the famous bear outside the tasting room, and then posed for photos inside with the famous man himself, Bill Harrison. Elizabeth Smith, a fellow wine, food, and travel writer, and I then settled into our tasting.
The tasting room has a hint of the old world to it, harkening back to Bill's past, but it belies the fact that William Harrison is one of the hottest boutique wineries in all of Napa. First was the Chardonnay Los Caneros. Now, this was from the San Giacomo family vineyards, specifically their Catarina and Green Acres vineyards, grown just south of the town of Sonoma. Half of this wine completed malolactic fermentation, which gives it a softer feel. The other half retained tremendous bright acidity. Aged 10 months in 1/3 New French and Hungarian oak. You get pineapple, lemon curd, and orange zest all come through. A hint of vanilla on the nose. You have lots of good stone fruits. Meyer lemon also comes through. A really lovely Chardonnay. Pinot Noir, Sonoma Coast. The San Giacomo family vineyards. This is the Frederick vineyard site in the Petaluma Gap AVA, which is brand new. This brilliant garnet-colored Pinot has fresh strawberry and spice on the nose. It's a lovely medium-bodied wine with hints of pomegranate, bright cherry, a little bit of biscuit, some earthiness, followed by really lovely tannins. Beautiful acidity, keeps the fruit fresh and lively long after the sip is gone. Really very pretty Pinot. I'm going to let Rod Santos talk about the estate Cabernet Franc first.
Hi, my name is Rod Santos here at William Harrison Winery here in Rutherford. We're about 2/3 of the way up the Napa Valley, and I wanted to talk a little bit about our Cabernet Franc. Cabernet Franc is the oldest grape in Bordeaux. It's actually the parent of Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot, it turns out, genetically, but it's not nearly as dependable as either of those two. It grows very well here on our property because of the warm climate as well as the soil. In our soil, we have about 40% of a rock called tufa, which is decomposed and it's old volcanic ash. The minerality of that rock makes a perfect composition for this grape. Cabernet Franc, in our case, is 100% varietal. That's very unusual. Most of the time, it's blended with either Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot. And as a result, that becomes the wine that we're probably best known for here at William Harrison. So I hope you get a chance to try it. Cheers.
I love this Cabernet Franc estate. 100% estate varietal, grown on the Westmoreland block of the property. Big cherry, black currant, Vinge cherry, all come through. A little bit of graphite, a little bit of wet slate. Beautiful wine, an amazing wine. Estate Rutherford Red is their flagship Meritage blend, made up of the winemaker's favorite barrels of the 5 Bordeaux varieties grown on the estate. They put the best lots together of Cabernet Sauvignon, which is the foundation, and then they add Petit Verdot, Merlot, Malbec, and Cabernet Franc. Aged in new French oak, it's a beautiful ripe blackberry and boysenberry. It led to a nice dark chocolate, big fruit statement up front. Stewed dark fruits, very luxurious. Estate Cabernet Sauvignon Rutherford is a combination from Bill's Vineyard. There are the old vines, which were planted in 1991, and the young vines, which were planted in 1997. Blocks of Clone 7, and they produce the estate's biggest grapes. Aged for 20 months and 50% new French and Hungarian oak. This wine is a classic. Blackberry, blueberry, dark cocoa. They all waft out of the glass. Immense black cherry and other stewed dark fruits on the palate, dark cassis. They all come through. It's really smooth. It's integrated. Beautiful talent. Well balanced. Really gorgeous wine.
Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you had a good time. Big special thanks to Elizabeth Smith, the food, wine, and travel writer. She helped set this whole thing up, and I'm in her debt for sure. I hope you enjoyed it. You got to go to Tre Vigne. Fantastic food, and you got to go to William Harrison. You're going to have a great time. Really intimate setting, old world, and the wines are terrific. All right, have a good one, and we'll see you next time.
Well, that's it for this edition of the Great American Winery Stroopwaffle. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you'll come back soon. And in the meantime, drink local.